Welcome everyone. Jeremy Weir here. I wanted to create this video as a tribute to Adam the Woo. I have my piping hot caffeinated beverage to commemorate it for prosperity. However, I'm going to do this video a little bit different than other people have online. I've had my days of crying. It's been 4 days. And I didn't know Adam, and I cried. I'm 51 years old, exact same age as him. A couple of months younger, November 9th. He was August 10th. But I connected with him on a huge level, on a level that we had the same sense of nostalgia about everything. I think a lot of people from the Gen X generation related to him, but he crossed over. He crossed over to Gen Z. He crossed over so many different planes, and in a sense, a lot like Mr. Rogers, he was just that calming voice. You knew everything was going to be all right when a video came out for Adam. But that's all I'm going to do for that right now. I'm not going to justify anymore or any longer why I should be or shouldn't be making this video. This video is going to go on my regular channel that I use to watch YouTube on, not my channel that I create videos for. And I'm not even going to say what the name of that channel is, because it's not about that. I don't have enough views on my regular channel to monetize anything, so there's going to be no monetization. This is just me walking around, doing a walk and talk like Adam would do, getting out and having an adventure, because I feel that's what Adam would want, an adventure. And I'm going to try to work in as many catchphrases as I can. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and ask you to join me, shall you? It's my regular channel, not my other YouTube channel. It's a tribute to Adam the Woo. Join me, shall you? All right, let's go. Let's go for a walk. So this park here, this is Fishers Park. Fishers Park is in Towamencin, Pennsylvania. Towamencin is really a township. There's lots of different neighborhoods in it. I live right around the corner in a neighborhood called Harleysville, all right? But what's kind of great about this park is it's got like a whole bunch of fun little Christmas decorations and stuff like that. Like, I'll try to show some of them if it allows me. There we go, look at that. So you can put your heads in these holes, and there's just throughout the entire park, there's lots of decorations, and I'll try to point them out as I go. But yeah, that's pretty much the basic gist of it. You'll see throughout the park that there'll be more decorations, and usually they're lit up. They just turned them off yesterday because yesterday was Christmas. Today is December 26th, so Boxing Days for you Canadians. All right, so let's just go for a little walk and talk. Wow. So let me think here. It is freezing cold right now, so I'm wearing an appropriate jacket to keep myself warm with my piping hot caffeinated beverage. But I mean, it's just a nice, beautiful walk here. I really enjoy this park a lot. And here you have the deer. You have the deer. This one's prancing. And this one's taking a little bite out of the earth. What's great about Pennsylvania is there's a lot you can do here. A lot of people don't realize it. We have the Poconos, so we can do a little bit of skiing. Of course, we're like New Jersey. We ski in jeans. So that's always fun. But yeah, man, I love to go skiing. I got a ski pass That's one of the things that I like to do to relieve stress, is to go skiing. I'll get off work around 4 o'clock. I'll jump into my car, drive an hour and a half up to the Poconos, ski for an hour and a half, and drive an hour and a half home, just so I could have an adventure, just so that I could get out and do something. But yeah, this is just it's a lovely walk. Okay. Oh no, someone lost their kite. I bet that's been there since spring. Who knows? Oh, it is cold. It is definitely cold. How's it going? Good morning. Happy Christmas. Oh my goodness. Look at these Christmas stars. What's great about this park is in several areas, and I'll try to point one out. There are dedications for people who have died around town, and or their family might take out a dedication, like on these benches and stuff like that, in loving memory of our dear sister. But there's a couple of trees. I'm not sure what this one says, but sometimes they'll plant a tree in dedication. Right here in loving memory of Dana T. Owens, 1971 to 2020. So she was very young. Whew, it's cold. I'll tell you that much. My goodness, it's cold. So stomp your feet. Oh man. Up here is a really, really cool waterfall. And we've had a lot of geese there lately. I don't know if there's any there today, but we'll go and check. There's another pond around the corner. I usually have a good amount of ducks. Here it is. But yeah, man, this is a really good pond. What's cool about it is you can like cast a line off this part right here if you need to. Fish if you want. Oh. Oh. Wow, look at that. Isn't that cool? It's just so beautiful. Fortunately, no ducks today are located there. But here, yeah, this is where you'd cast off the line. It's starting to freeze over. It's frozen in place. A little cold here for alligators. I don't think we'll see cool at all, unfortunately. But I'm gonna walk over to that other pond to see if we can see the ducks. Yesterday, on Christmas Day, I went for a walk here and I saw a blue herring. Maybe he'll be around, I don't know. Another memorial here where people have placed some flowers and stuff. It's cool. They put this little solar thing here. It has a little light, so it lights up the tree a little bit at night once it gets dark enough. I know it seems dark now, but believe it or not, it's still morning here. I want to say it's before noon. It's just a overcast day. We're supposed to get like I want to say 3 inches of snow today. A little bit better than Jersey and New York. They're looking at probably 6 inches of snow. So I wanted to get out and do this today before the weather really turned. Coffee's good. Look, it's a goose. It's the Wawa goose. We're on Wawa country here, folks. It's Pennsylvania. Adam had Wawas down in Florida. I don't think he really went to them very much. Matter of fact, I don't know if he liked the fact that a Wawa was going to go right next to the Art Deco 7-Eleven that he loved so much. I saw that a lot of people have put coffee cups at his doorstep, or even just had coffee like I am, like in their dedication to him. And I think that's fantastic. It was such a signature thing for him to have a coffee, what he referred to as the piping hot caffeinated beverage. But, you know, that was him. He had all those catchline phrases. You could just relate to him, you know, and he was so good at it. I'm not good at it. I'm trying. Listen, I'm just trying to have like a little bit of a walk and talk to try to get some of this stress out of my system. Well, what happened is around yesterday being Christmas, I started to kind of pull out of my funk a little bit. And when the family wasn't looking, I watched a couple of Adam's videos and just kind of went like way back, even to the Van days and then throughout. And he was always just so childlike. You felt like you were playing. He was playing. And that's what I loved about him. And that's why I'm going out and doing this walk today. Because I just feel as if, and based on what his actual friends would say, get out there, do it. Go out and have fun. You know, why not? This might not be the greatest adventure. None of you might even like it, but I don't care. I'm just going out. I'm having fun. Enjoying the day, enjoying the weather. Even though I'm not going to lie, it's really cold, but it is what it is. All right. Now I'm going to have to cross a bridge here in a minute, and it's going to be a little bit dangerous. Happy Christmas.
Not for the snow.
A lot of people walk their dogs here. I have my dog. I've walked him here quite a bit. He's a nice dog. His name's Cooper. He's a Labradoodle. He lays when he wants you, when you want him to lay, and he plays when he... Why can't I talk today? Plays when you want him to play. But that's okay. I didn't think taking him today would be appropriate, considering I'm holding this in this hand, and this in this hand. I just didn't think it'd work out. All right. Nearing the street. Now watch, this is where people are gonna honk because I'm holding a freaking camera in my hand. Okay. Walking over the bridge. Woo! Oh. Great. There just happens to be a semi truck coming the one time I'm going across the freaking bridge. Heck it! As Adam would say, heck it! I'm gonna do it anyway. Oh man. Whew. Cold. So around here they have, and right around the corner it picks back up, and that's why I'm mentioning it. They have what's called the Towamencin Trail. And it kind of just walks through Towamencin, and it might even hook up to another trail that goes all the way to Fairmount Park in Philadelphia. Look at that view. Isn't that gorgeous? I'm at the top of that little bridge. Continues on to the other side. Look at that, it's all starting to freeze over though. Tomorrow this will be all white and covered with snow. Only 3 inches though. That's not a big, huge amount. All right, I get to this other pond here while we're pondering. Gotta love it. Pretty sure my phone's gonna freeze. Whew. Oh yeah, look at this, it's all frozen over. Yesterday this was not frozen here. It's frozen today. Man, look at that. What a view, man. It looks like Gilligan's Island. It looks like Universal Studios where they used to film Gilligan's Island, and they just created that little pond in the parking lot. Adam would show you when he went through the different tram rides there, like where that pond was. I think when he first started his stuff, the pond was still there. And then at some point it was removed, and then after that he would mention every time he went by, this is where they filmed the beach scenes for Gilligan's Island. And then sometimes you would see, I had to put down my coffee. Sometimes you would see, like, in the corner of things, like the top of a building, if you watch the Gilligan's Island episodes. And that was actually like a studio. I forget which studio number. Adam would know, of course, but wow, that's what it kind of reminds me of. But usually it's filled with ducks. Today, not so much. It's like walk up here, there's another pond up here. And usually during the summer, this pond that's up here is filled with swans. Just big white giant swans. It's the only place I can think of in my area where there are swans. Look at that house right there. I can guarantee that house was built in the 1800s, probably around 1830. That's the good thing about Pennsylvania, man. You get a lot of old houses. Of course, it's been worked on and renovated. But a lot of old houses around here. It feels way older than the rest of America. Yeah, nothing. No ducks, no swans. Well, I can't go farther than this. It says private property. So I can probably go about this far. I'm not gonna go farther than that. There's a hawk right up there. I don't think you guys can really see it. Let's see if I can track him. No, he flew away. Oh well. Hitchcock would not be proud. No birds. No birds. I tried to get something with birds. There's birds here every day. Today, no birds. Tell you what, but it's still an adventure. You never know that will happen when you go out and do these types of things. I don't really do these types of vlogs. I mean, the type of channel I have is more of like a studio setting. I'm not going to say what type it is because again, it's not about me. This isn't about me. It's about him. It's about walking around and getting a little taste of what Adam would do. How Adam would feel when he would do these things. I'm sure as time went on, he got more and more comfortable doing this type of stuff. And he'd be able to just point out something that I wouldn't even think of, you know, and I miss that. I really do. There's a nice little brook there. I'm going to miss that so much. And I know his friends are going to carry it on. But Adam had a way about himself. I think it's going to be a long, long time before we get someone as amazing as an Adam the Woo again. In fact, I dare to say we'll never get someone exactly like Adam the Woo because he was one of the kind. I think we'll get people that will do their own thing, and in their own right, they'll become special to us, but special in a different way than Adam was special for us. Adam fit a very niche part of our lives. And again, I never met the man, but I can say that I knew him because all of his friends said, you knew him. You knew Adam. Because he was exactly the same person, right? That's what they say. So I'm going to take that to heart. I'm going to say that that's what he wants his friends to carry out in life, is that he had 100,000 strangers for friends, if not more. I mean, I don't know, he had more than 1 million subscribers or whatever, but a lot of people subscribe to stuff and just don't watch it all the time. But I watched Adam every single day. Every single day I'd watch the guy. We're on the other side of that pond right now on the road that goes behind it. There, right there, see with the white fencing, with the white fence post and the brown fencing. That's where I was standing earlier, near the waterfall, where normally there's 1,000 geese who decided to leave overnight, probably because of the snowstorm. But it's prohibited me from saying things like, Hitchcock would be proud. Coffee's almost gone. I'm sure it's no longer piping hot, though. It's pretty cold. I think that's something Adam probably wouldn't divulge. But there were times he did his video where he was still holding on to his coffee. And I'm pretty sure that thing, it was not piping hot anymore. It may have started out piping hot. Or maybe he was the type of guy that once it got cold, he just chucked it. Who knows? I don't know. I love the taste of coffee, cold, hot, whatever. Oh yeah. No, that's more like room temperature. And I don't mean like freezing cold room temperature, like it's freezing cold here or whatever. It's like room temperature if we were in an actual room. So, going back in the park now. It's an expansive park. A lot of walking. I took a headshot here once I do a little bit of like community theater on the side. I did a show last year called 39 Steps, and I was using my professional headshot for like my regular job, and I was like wearing a suit, and I had done a couple shows within the last couple of years, and people were like, you look like a real estate agent. So I set up a tripod here with my camera and got this as a background for my headshot. Yeah, so that was funny. But yeah, for that show, it was crazy. It was a show called The 39 Steps. And if you don't know what The 39 Steps, Adam, I don't know if he knew what it is or not, but I knew he was into old movies. There was a Hitchcock movie called The 39 Steps. It was based on a book. And basically, James Bond ripped off 39 Steps, which was, the character's name was Richard Hannay. And I had to learn a transatlantic accent for the part. So I had to talk like this the entire show. And I had a pencil mustache. It's a pencil mustache. It's a 39 steps. Anyway, he was sort of like that James Bond character. But the movie was basically that original, murder, accused of murder, on the run from the police, but wrongfully accused of murder. So like The Fugitive and all that stuff, they all the thanks to the 39 Steps. It's considered a masterpiece, and it's in the Criterion Collection. And it was an amazing show. But the way they do the show on stage, it's sort of a spoof a little bit, in the fact that it's only done with 4 people. You have your main character, Richard Hannay, and then you have 3 other people. One is a woman who plays 3 different parts. The 3 different people he kind of romantically put the moves on throughout his run, which is from the UK through Scotland. And the other 2 guys, they're called clowns, Clown 1 and Clown 2. That's when you read the script, that's what they're called. But they play over 150 different parts. The stage is very sparse, just like door frames and windows that can be moved around. And they switch their hats. They're a different character. There's a train scene that's just insane, where they're switching their hats like every couple of seconds, changing accents and doing a different character. I have to keep a straight face during that entire time. And it was a really neat experience, and I loved it. And that's one of the things that I do for an adventure, is everybody has their own way of getting out there and doing things. Mine was on the stage. I went to school for it. I went to a place called the American Musical and Dramatic Academy in New York City. Spent my 20s in New York. I'm originally from Indianapolis, Indiana. Married a woman from out this area. It didn't work out. We had a child together, and I got remarried. But now everybody's adults. All my kids are 20 and over. So, now it's a blended family. She has 2 kids, I have 1. Not that you guys care or need to know that. But this is very therapeutic, so you guys get to be my psychiatrist. Nice! There's if you can see, there's a pond right here that I'm walking next to. It's very nice. I don't know how my arm is killing me. How the heck do you guys do this? Like, I'm freaking holding a torch the entire time. I'm just wondering when Adam would get to the point where his arm just said, heck it, and he stopped doing it. But he probably developed these crazy trapezial muscles in his arm that would allow him to keep doing it. It's very pretty here too. Got more dedication benches, things like that. It's a nice little gravel road. Here's that pond. Let's see if I can get a better picture. Yeah, it's nice to clear my head. So my situation right now is that I have a brother who is fighting his life right now. He has cancer. And I'm not going to go into major details, but it's, at some point I'm going to have to deal with the realization. And my brother's only 3 years older than me. And the last thing, there's a blue herring. I can finally say it. Oh, he just took off. Hitchcock would be proud. Let's see if he lands somewhere. He's going up. Hold on. Try to get him. He's up on top of this tree. I think he knows I'm clocking him. Where did he go? There he is. Hold on. I'm gonna try to zoom in. It's just hard. There's a lot of trees in the way. screen. You can see him. He's this like bump. Well, I tried. Hopefully I got him flying away a little bit, but you know, I did the best I could. There he is. Let's see if I can get him now. Gotta be really quiet, like super quiet. All right, hold on. That's him right there, and if I make a noise, he might fly again. You'll see just how big he is. Let's see. I'm gonna do that thing in Seinfeld where like Kramer hit the table and said "bah." Bah! 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 Well, he turned his head. Before you flew and now you're not flying? Let's see if I walk closer. See if he flies. There he is, he's walking. Hey, guess what? Hitchcock would be proud. Nailed it. Oh, that was awesome. He was huge. He's still flying. He's going all the way up there. Oh, man, what a magic moment. I mean, we're not in Disney World, but what a magic moment, right? Nice. Crushed it. Oh my gosh. I'm not minding the cold anymore. Once you get used to it, it's kind of nice. You know. And I'm so glad I could do this. I'm so glad I got out, walked around, saw some things, had a little bit of an adventure, so to speak, as Adam would say. I'm so glad you came along. Whether you did or not, whether you watched this for 2 seconds and turned it off, I really don't care, because it was something I wanted to do and I got out there and did it. So, how you doing? Happy Christmas. Now, you're not used to the stairs, you know? Like, I don't know how he did it. Like, because when you see somebody doing this, they basically look like they're crazy and they're talking to themselves. And everybody knows what they're doing. And they're like, look at that freaking guy. Look at him, you know? But Adam, he was so good at just ignoring it. He even talked about it a little bit, how it takes some getting used to, you know? But I just wonder, you know, like, if I ever did this type of medium like he did on a regular basis, like how long that would take to really get used to. So, you know, it's interesting. Happy Christmas. Nobody wants to say it back. Like, if I didn't have this in my hand, people would say Happy Christmas, Happy Holidays. I mean, it's Boxing Day, Christmas is over, but still, it is what it is. So, you know, oh man, lots of cute landscape and beautiful memorials here. I'm gonna have to show you. All right, take a look at that. They put a, oh, isn't that amazing? Good night, sweetheart. Good night. Oh wow, very nice. My gimbal's freaking out a little bit. I think the cold's getting to it. Trying to straighten things out. Over here is another one that's just so pretty. Three young girls. So, actually it's one girl. There's just 3 pictures. Her name was Bray Herder. She died in 22. Just a nice little tribute. Everybody's been talking online about what they would do for Adam. I've seen things from like statues that basically look like partner statues from Disney World to just like plaques. And there's people out there that are really complaining, you know? Like people are just grieving and they're just trying to express something that they think they would love for Adam. Whether or not Adam would want that or not, it's part of their grieving process. And there's commenters out there that they're just being mean. I think that's a bit much. I think that's a bit over top. They're saying stuff like that. Nothing is, dude. He just died a few days ago and people loved him. And they're just grieving. They're just trying to get through something that's unexplainably difficult for them because they didn't know the man. Like me, they didn't know the man, but yet they feel something for this man. And then there's other people that maybe they only watched casually, or they're just like the Star Wars people and the Marvel people that feel the way that they think is the only way to think. And I can guarantee from watching Adam didn't think that way. Adam invited it all. Adam just, he went out there and he did it, and he was open and ready, and that's why some of his best vlogs had no plans. Not going to Disney World or seeing the world's biggest ball of yarn. He would just walk out, and then something great would come out of it. You know, sometimes painful, but great. Like when the bike accident, man. When he went down the slide, I was like, this is a bad idea. And man, he biffed it. He biffed it. I watched that the other day. And the thing that got me crying laughing is when he shows the different parts of the bike. Like first he shows the mangled bike, right? And then he like pans over. There's the log. But then he pans over and he's like, here's the basket. The basket fell off the bike. And then he shows the scrapes. And then for years, he made videos on this accident. There was one where he's like backing it up forward and backwards. I think it was over COVID, and the only thing he could do was rewatch some of his videos because he was stuck inside the house. It was like he was watching it like it was the Zapruder film. It was like back and to the left, back and to the left. Man, he was the greatest. And I feel so great doing what I'm doing right now. This has helped me so much. And I don't know if it's helping you, but that's not the point. The point is, Adam would want us to do this. Adam would want us to go out and continue the adventure. Whether we throw in a couple of his catchphrases, like this one's really not going to work out because these are all dead. Are those petunias? You know, that was a stretch, obviously. But, you know, why not? Why not? Why not go out and have an adventure? Why not in the middle of winter walk across a baseball field that nobody's going to be around and walking? Why not do that, huh? Why not do that? Walk back across a baseball field attached to the park where you parked your car and just had an amazing time talking about an amazing guy. Seeing a blue heron fly off. You know, why not? Why not do that? There are so many things that happen in our day-to-day lives that just change the trajectory. What is it the saying? God laughs at man's plans, right? And no matter what plans we had that got messed up or how well things were working for us, we all had a daily grind. And Adam gave us that reprieve every day. He got to go out and do the things we all wanted to do. Dare I say right now, my favorite video of Adam was him at the top in Switzerland, you know, looking at the Matterhorn. You put a sticker there. I have a sticker for my channel. And maybe one day I'll go to Switzerland and I'll put my sticker right next to Adam's for prosperity, as he would say. I think that is a fitting thing. I think that's what Adam would want us to do. He went out for all of us. Now it's our turn. Now it's our turn to go out and do something. Go out, have an adventure. Even if it's right here at a park next to your house. I don't know how many walk-alongs we went with Adam in celebration, but there were quite a few. And I loved every single one of them. I will say this, within the first 5 minutes of the video, he had already told you what he needed to tell you. But I bet most of you still watched the entire video, and you had to hear him repeat the same thing over and over again. In the next few months, I'm not going to do any amusement parks. I'm just going to be doing roadsides. I need to get back to doing that. And then Disney would lure him back in, right? You knew what it was about. He already told you. But you watched the whole video. You watched him get in his go-kart, go to Starbucks if he could find parking, because somebody stole the electric parking. You know, and get all the stuff that he needed to get. But anyway, gimbal's going crazy. Everything's going crazy because the phone is cold. I'm gonna end it where I started it. Thank you so much for joining me on this adventure today. For now, maybe I'll do this again, so join me next time. For now,